The world steals from me. I giggle so loud the birds scatter from the tree, because even the taking feels like giving. My hands empty, yet spilling with wonder. My heart small, but swollen with ambition. The world steals from me. This time, it's personal. I snarl so loud that the squirrels take cover. My hands shut tight, weighing themselves down. My heart, grown quiet, pretends it has forgotten. After everything I've lifted, everything I've built, is this all that remains? But the truth sits quietly, just beyond my muttering. The laughter I swallowed was still laughter. The hands I clenched shut could have welcomed anything. And the heart I called hollow was only hiding its bloom. The world steals from me, but perhaps it never stopped giving. All right, this is my newest obsession. It's literally just soda water. I don't know, it's got nothing in it. Welcome back. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience in Nara, Japan, which I thought was really nice. It was really peaceful. So we ended up going from Tokyo to Kyoto and then to Nara. So Tokyo and Kyoto, we only stayed about 3, 4, 5 days in each. And then in Nara, we stayed about a week. It was really nice to be able to slow down a little bit and just take a step back from like the super busy city, hustle bustle, because Nara is a little bit less touristy. It's definitely not nearly as big. It was really nice to be able to kind of slow down and just have a bit of a break because it did get really busy and overwhelming. We didn't actually end up doing a whole lot in Nara because, like I said, we were taking a little bit of a break. But we did see the deer park, of course. It was really cute. There were so many deer, and like they would walk right up to you, and if you like handed them a piece of food, they would bow their heads at you and you would bow back, and they just kept doing that over and over until you gave them the food, which is so cute. We also did a few day trips to, what was it called, Osaka, because we didn't actually stay in Osaka, but we heard it was really cool to see. So we did a few day trips to Osaka, and I really liked Osaka. Of course, it's kind of like Tokyo, but a little bit smaller. We did the Mario Kart like through the streets of Osaka, which was like so much fun. Our guide was super nice, and it was a really cool way to experience the city, because the next time we went back to the parts that we saw that looked really cool, and we wanted to see some more. So yeah, it was really nice to get kind of an overview of the city. It was really fast. These things went to like 60 kilometers an hour down the actual street, and it was a little bit scary, and it was so bumpy. Like, oh my gosh, I am flying out of my seat a few times, but it ended up being fine, and it was a lot of fun, and I would highly recommend if you have the time and the funds to do so. And they even have the option for you to put on these like costumes, but they're all like fleece onesies, and it was like 30 something degrees out, so I was like, heck no, I'm not doing that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I definitely recommend. We just kind of explored the main street, and we found some good cafes and some really good food. Some of the buildings were really cute too, because again, it was kind of like the older style. If you're ever in that area and you're looking to slow down a little bit, but still have enough to do, you know, and still have a city, I definitely recommend Nara, because you can also get to Kyoto and Osaka.
Dope shit like that, Germ. Oh, hi. Welcome back to kids. Follow your dreams. Yeah. Wanna get a mansion, a jacuzzi, a theater to watch my movies, couple whips and lots of...
So one thing that Nara kind of reminded me of was like childhood a little bit, because when we went to the deer park, there were all these deer, And I got super excited. Like, I thought it was so much fun to go see these deer and to feed them and just kind of fall back into like the excitement of childhood and like seeing the simplest things like a deer. You know how many deer I've seen at home? Anyway, for some reason in Nara, it was like super exciting and it was so cute. And I thought that how as we get older, we kind of lose that childhood spirit, you know, the excitement and how everything is so new and you get like just pumped about the smallest things. And I think that's one of the joys of life that we kind of lose as we get older and we get more stressed about our jobs and the world and everything we have to be doing, and we get so anxious. So I think it's really important to have those experiences where you kind of slow down and just listen to your inner child. I mean, I guess I'm lucky enough to where I feel a little bit more connected, I guess, to my inner child than some people. I think that if we were all able to kind of let go, live in the moment, live in the present, so experience the joy that you would normally experience if you weren't thinking about all these outside factors. I know it's very difficult, but I think as we get older and we have all these added stresses and these responsibilities, it's really, really important to slow down and live more in the moment and listen to that inner voice saying, this is so much fun. I think if we were able to do that more, I think those added stresses wouldn't be as stressful and as overwhelming. And I know everyone always tells you, you know, don't be anxious, just focus on the moment right now. It's really hard. But if you're able to give yourself kind of even the smallest experiences that you find joy in and really just throw yourself into those experiences, I think that helps tremendously with stress and anxiety. Even if it's as simple as you find a lot of joy in getting a nice coffee and you really just go and experience like all the flavors of the coffee or whatever treat you might have. And I'm not saying to go and look for joy in things or look for joy in experiences to like fill whatever lack of joy you might have in your life. I'm saying more that you should just allow yourself to experience joy even in the smallest mundane things. Like, you know how as a kid when your mom would bring you to the play park, for example, and you would think it's like the most fun you've ever had and you would be so upset when it's over. I'm not saying you should be upset when these things are over. You should just allow yourself to feel the joy. And I know that's easier said than done, but the more you try to just focus on the present, what flavors are going on in your coffee or what sights you see on your walk or how cute that little dog is over there, just those small joyous experiences. I think that is very, very important. Even laughter, I think, also gets overlooked sometimes when you get older. You know, you have your serious job and your serious life and your serious family. I don't know. Everything is so serious that sometimes we forget to laugh. And I think one thing about me that I really like now, but I never used to when I was a kid, I laugh like a lot at maybe the stupidest things, and I think the dumbest things are funny. But as a kid, I got teased about laughing too much. Now looking back, that's such a silly thing to tease someone about. But I didn't like it as a kid. Now, I think it's one thing about myself that I really like, because I'm able to like find those joyous moments in maybe the dumbest or stupidest things, and not be so serious all the time. Because I think if I was too serious all the time, I would go like literally insane. I would have like panic attacks all the time. It's like even this bird that's trying to get into my house right now. Let me tell you a story. We've been in this apartment for like, I don't know, 2 weeks now. And this one little bird is like bright yellow and blue is tapping at the door at the keypad, I don't know, 10 times a day, trying to get in the house. And I have no idea why. I haven't let it in and I haven't fed it or anything, but it's always trying to get in. And for me, the moments where it comes to the door and tries to get in the house is so funny, and I love it. And it makes me laugh, and it brings a little moment of joy to my day. So all this rambling just to say that find those moments of joy and pay attention to them. Don't go searching for them. Don't try to artificially create them, and really appreciate them and really slow down and pay attention to them, because those little moments of joy will start to offset maybe some of the little moments of upset or anger that you might have throughout the day. I know I'm not like the best at explaining things, but yeah, this is kind of just stuff that comes to my mind, and I try my best to explain them. And you know, if you find any help or any just appreciate it at all, I'm really happy, and that's really what my goal is here, is to just say what's on my mind and hopefully help someone. Yeah, thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next one.
Yeah. Wanna get a mansion, a jacuzzi, a theater to watch my movies, couple whips and lots of fancy things. The kids they call the Goonies. I see the future, crystal ball, mirror, mirror hanging on the wall.